Hello, welcome to Homeopathic Services. My name is Pierre Fontaine. I've been a professional homeopath for about 25 years. Last week in a Facebook video, I asked a very simple question. When we lose weight, where does it go? And in a video, I gave the answer to that question. Today, I want to go one step further. I want to introduce a radical different approach to weight loss. There are a lot of programs out there and a lot of gurus advocating the most incredible concept. The last quote-unquote diet I heard of made me chuckle. It said skip breakfast. And there's a litany of biological reason for doing so. We'll cover all of those in other videos. But here's a radical piece of information very few people know. 99% of metabolic activity in the body is bacterial. Yes, indeed. And you didn't know that because you were never given the information. The problem is not knowing or understanding that is one of the reasons dieting has so massively failed. You didn't fail. You were given the wrong information. And given the wrong information, you took the wrong steps. For several years now, I've spent a lot of time researching weight loss diets. I've seen a lot of these diet personality pumped up like blimps. And I think it is important to remember that it is their job to look appealing. You, on the other hand, have a different job, okay? So it's a very important thing to keep in mind. Most incredibly, presenting such an image works with sleeves far too tight to pop these artificial muscles even more. That is an appeal for men. It's the G.I. Joe look, I call it. And for women, it's the generally babe look, nothing wrong there really. But once again, it is their jobs. Keep in mind that most models are often on the verge of fainting on the photo shoot. I live in New York. I know what they do. We get held up in the subway every morning from people fainting because they don't eat. So they do that in order to look lean and ripped. I've only heard one personality who was asked, how can we look like you? And she said, well, keep in mind, it is my job to look like this. And that is my old friend Dara Torres, Olympic swimmer. Great gal. So, what is important is not how, as a speaker, I look, okay? It is just enough to say that I am not overweight. I can easily run a marathon, and I look forward to breaking 1:35 in the half marathon. I can't lift a ridiculous amount of weight because I don't think it is a measure of good health. Okay? So we got that out of the way. Here's the second shocker. The matter of losing weight does not revolve around what we eat. Yet there are 600 diets out there and companies trying to convince you so. Everyone wants to tell you what to eat and how much. There's the Roker diet, the alternate day diet. Amy's raw food diet. It's the A's, you know, anti-inflammatory. Even the ARP diet. And most diets tell you you will lose X amount of weight in X amount of time. The ARP New American diet tells you you will lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. And this is all bunks. You could probably lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, but that is not the point, really. Some diets can have an effect, sometimes dramatic effect, but most effects are commonly for a limited amount of time, and hence the yo-yo dieting effect. So most diets stick to salmon, shrimps, some cheese, some Greek yogurt, eggs, whole grain bread, and whole wheat pasta, beans, cauliflower, eat your veggies, eat your fruits. Some olive oil, which is grossly misused, some red wine, and steamed broccoli. And, I mean, everybody's got steamed broccoli. I don't believe for 1 second that all these people are eating steamed broccoli. I don't. Steamed broccoli tastes horrible. I'm not going to eat that. So don't diet. All right? That should be the first thing. Eat food you know you can keep up with. And when I mean food, if whole wheat pasta is your fancy, then that's fine. But most whole wheat pastas suck. So you won't like them. It is not sustainable. If you add spinach because it's good for you to your diet and you're already constipated, you're going to be even more constipated. That is not sustainable. What the goal here is to make it long term, and you will have barely any work to do. Okay? So it should be a diet you can keep up with in terms of taste. It should be a diet you can afford. All right? It should certainly not be junk food. Although, you remember there used to be these commercials with for the Subway guy. He lost weight eating Subway, it appears. All right, but let's try to make our own food. Let's try to get food as fresh as possible, not chain type of food. Okay. So losing weight does not revolve around food. That's been a simplistic idea, but rather losing weight revolves around how we lose it. That is more logical. If we're going to lose weight, we want to know how we lose it, not so much what we eat. That is no longer make any kind of sense. It was just a linear approach. This is different. We turn it on its head. So you can starve yourself, you can exercise as if you're in a boot camp, you can diet. You see, if that question, how we lose it, is not answered first, there is little one will be able to achieve in the long term. So in order to achieve long term, we will apply homeopathic principles. And in other words, we will apply what has resonance with you to make it far more effective. You will never be told what to eat. Because there is absolutely no reason for anyone to weigh more than he or she should. If you are on a diet, you are probably headed in the wrong direction. You don't have to get involved with testosterone, cortisol level, estrogen, carbohydrates. Cut that out completely. Big mistake. You could actually lose so much weight you will scare yourself. I know that because I've done it. It's happened to me. Your body actually has several codes, and weight has its own code. And so all we need to do is find yours and some coaching in looking at yourself in a resonant manner. Okay? And that will work. The weight will come off. I absolutely, seriously, basically guarantee it. Because you see, if you want to run, let's say you start this program, okay? Not my program. This is no program, okay? But you start a program out there, and the program out there tells you to exercise. And you've never run in your life, but you want to lose weight. And now, in order to lose weight, you're going to get on this bandwagon January 1st, let's say. I'm going to run a marathon by the end of the year. And you will get a lot of comments, positive, negative. You did the whole gamut. And you may even get to run that marathon. That's great. But should it be the point? Because now the marathon is the point. It's the weight loss is kind of like second thought. So you may actually very well run this marathon, but your risk of injury will increase. Most likely once you do that, you will drop the whole thing, okay? The training, it will come off. The training after the marathon will be tapered off. And let's say you do the marathon in October or November, by January you will not be running anymore. Okay? So I don't want to blow an enthusiasm, but it would be better to set your sights on a 5K, for example. You can do a lot of 5Ks. You can do a lot of races. You may start with a 45, a 40, or 35 minute for 5K, and then set your sight on 30 minutes. You see, that training for that will, when done right, will keep your weight off. If you want to go the exercise workout style, you see, we'll do all of that. But it is not a program. It needs to go with you. The approach, this radical approach to weight loss will go with you. You see, my running coach, for example, has set his sight on the 2020 marathon, New York City Marathon. 2020, we're in 2017. And he's a running coach, and he runs fast. But his goal is 2:30 or less. You see, how we do things need to have importance. This way we don't jump. We don't do things impulsively. So eat less, exercise more. That's the simple truth about weight loss. But for many different reasons, that works only a limited amount of people. This is the purpose of these videos. This is also where sometimes homeopathy and consulting with me will be important if you choose to do so, to unlock decades of struggle. The approach is not a set program, as I mentioned, not a set program at all. We reverse the whole approach. We reverse the entire thing. The program is not the start. You are the starting point, not the program. A program means essentially you have failed. And now you need these rules. But everybody's got rules and it's failed massively. And you have not failed. Those rules have failed you because those rules were wrong. And those rules are wrong for various different reasons. But they are wrong also because they are never in tune with you. That's what I was speaking to a few seconds ago. Those rules are someone else's. This is what's so different here. We will find what is harmonious to you. and for you only. And that harmony will evolve. Okay? Let's just say, regarding exercise, some weight people say, well, it should be fun. They try to inject you. Think of it, it's fun. But the truth is, workouts is exactly that. It's work. If you've hardly exercised in your life, make no mistake about it, it will not be fun at first. That's why instead of setting your sight on a marathon, set your sight on a 5K. You can go for a 1K or 2K run, 3, and increase from there. You see? But to go out in the heat or in the cold is not fun. Let's not lie to you, to anybody. If we don't lie, then we know what we're dealing with. So you've been lied to. They just say it should be fun. And, people say it should be fun, and you think they're having fun, and then you'll feel like crap because it's not fun to you. Make no mistake about it. Most of the people I see running in the park are not having fun. I'm not having fun every time. I do it because I want it done. Because I want to live a very, very, very long time. I have a shoot date of 105. So that's how long I want to live, you see. And in order to do that, I just can't sit on my ass. And nobody should. Nobody can in order to do that. Set your sight on something. Okay, but they are easy. There are ways to make the exercise easier. That's not the point of this first or second video here. But months or years later, you may come to like it, you see. So these videos on weight loss started with a simple question. When we lose weight, where does it go? And if you see a nutritionist or a doctor and they advising you on weight loss and they cannot answer the question, then run away, okay? Because how can they advise you on it? There's a lot to cover here, a lot, so much. We need the impediment to lose weight. That's where homeopathy comes in. It can unlock barriers that prevent weight loss. There's another video on understanding the discomfort of losing weight. There's an actual discomfort, and there's a rational answer for that. We need to do a video on a few extra pounds. If you're looking for a product that controls appetite, regulates sugar absorption, regulates fat absorption, promote brain health, and elevates moods and antioxidant levels, and for lasting energy and maintaining and so on. That if you're looking for a product like that, you're on the wrong track. Forget that. It's not sustainable. Let's find your code. Tell your friends about these videos. A lot need to be said, and let's rock this baby. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.